What's going on with Tom Hanks?
So you guys just want me to explain everything today, huh? Dude, it's all suspicion. That's suspicion.
How do you know that Tom Hanks is anything to do with it?
You're reporting a non-fact.
Tom Hanks is just one of dozens of celebrities that Q supporters have accused of being part of the so-called global cabal. Yeah! There's no evidence, of course, no reason at all to believe these sick claims, but that doesn't matter to believers in the cult of QAnon.
But you have him on your side. You're calling him a pedophile.
Yes!
But you don't know that for a fact.
How did they get to that position of power?
Some of the celebrities who've been attacked by QAnon had been critical of President Trump in some way. Others were simply thought to be Democrats.
They will turn these people into enemies, and they will viciously harass people. Once they fixate on a target, then they all go on social media, they swarm that target. I've been the target of it. It's happened to a lot of reporters, political pundits, celebrities, and it's very unpleasant to be on the receiving end of that.
It's a picture of me. Q first posted about me November 5th, 2017, asking the question, who is A. Cooper? This came 2 days after I was on the air reporting about indictments in the Russia investigation. Once mentioned by Q, the followers of this conspiracy cult went to work, inventing a bizarre and crazy false story about my life. According to Q followers, my mom, Gloria Vanderbilt, was a Satanist. They pointed to this photo taken when I was about 6 years old. That Mexican folk art on the wall behind us is the Virgin Mary with Christ, but they said it was satanic, and the Christ figure was a child being sacrificed. They also claimed I'd been molested, likely in this empty pool in an old mansion in what Q followers said was my mom's house. It's actually an old Vanderbilt estate in Asheville, North Carolina, that neither I or, as far as I know, my mom had ever been to. Q followers posted this illustration they said was me as a child being abused in that pool. The CIA had allegedly trained me as a super-secret CIA agent infiltrating the media as part of a 1960s-era CIA program allegedly called Operation Mockingbird. The confirmation? According to Q supporters, the necklace my mom wore in that old photo looked like it could be from Guatemala. The CIA had supported a coup in Guatemala in 1954. I was also called a pedophile. Phony flight logs purported to be from convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein's airplane appeared online with my name and dozens of other well-known people. It's all made up, of course, but QAnon supporters seem to believe it, or at least use it to try to harass me. Siddharth Jadeja was a believer until June 2019.
Did you at the time believe that high-level Democrats and celebrities were worshiping Satan, drinking the blood of children?
Anderson, I thought you did that, and I would like to apologize for that right now. So I apologize for thinking that you ate babies. But yeah, 100%.
You actually believe that I was drinking the blood of children?
Yes, I did.
Was it something about me that made you think that?
It's because Q specifically mentioned you, and he mentioned you very early on. He mentioned you by name, and from there, if he also talked about, like, for example, like your family. But yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, like, people still talk about that to this day. There were posts about that just 4 days ago. So some people thought you were a robot.
You really believed this?
I didn't just believe that. I, at one stage, believed that QAnon was part of military intelligence, which is what he says. But on top of that, that the people behind them were actually a group of fifth-dimensional, intradimensional, extraterrestrial, bipedal bird aliens called blue avians. I was so far down in this conspiracy black hole that I was essentially picking and choosing whatever narrative that I wanted to believe in.
I've tried to engage sometimes with people who, contact me, and there's no rational way to prove you haven't committed a crime.
There's nothing you can say. Whatever you do or don't do will be more proof of your guilt, right? But the thing is, this is not really about you in their mind. This is about them. This is about their internal fears and their internal projections and their internal lack of control over their own lives.
Shatar Shadeja says he no longer believes in QAnon, but there are hundreds of thousands, some even suggest millions of others, who are still trusting the plan.
I've met QAnon believers who are young, who are old, who are male, who are female, who are white, who are non-white, who are, former Democrats and, lifelong Republicans, rich, poor. I mean, this is not some fringe movement anymore. This is a mass movement of people from every walk of life.
But will people continue to believe in Q now that President Trump is gone from the White House and nothing Q had promised has come to pass? That's next.